Hello and welcome, I'm your host Elizibar. We're going to talk about Wolverton, Thief of Impossible Objects #1. Isn't that amazing? That's pretty amazing. I had a lot of fun reading this, and we're going to look at why. Alright, you ready? We're going to move the camera up and look down. That way I don't have to hold the book and the camera up. I really got to get a stand. There's this little intro thing here, kind of. Let's move down a little bit, which does its best to kind of introduce the smarminess of the character. I guess I should have read all this text that's over here on this page, but I didn't read a single word of that. So I have no idea what it says. Although I see that it sets the year in 1910, so this is right before World War I. The story, let's pull up so you can take in this two-page spread here, this two-page layout. We start in the middle of action. There's a storm, the ship's having problems, there's flooding, the captain who's described as a boulder of a man. I like that writing. It's pretty good. I'm trying to keep them under control. Crate rope breaks. Crunch. Like, this is fun. This is great. This is a great way to start a story. You know, you're starting in the middle of the action. There's probably a term for that. It's not in media res. That's when you start in the middle of the story. There's probably something like that. And then we see the thief. You can see him on the left page there. And then what he's after. Looks like the monkey's paw to me. We'll kind of skip a little here. So there's some action. People trying to get the paw. One guy picks it up and he starts wishing. Somebody else kills him. There's great action stuff. The captain busts out some magic and wakes up statues. And so now Wolverton has to deal with these statues that have been enchanted. This is really fun stuff. This is a great battle. This is one of the best action sequences I've read lately. And the writing, I like it. There's these little boxes here, and this is kind of old school. Stuff like, Wolverton bobs and weaves as best he can, but it's like fighting a Cuisinart. He pulls some flotsam off the floor to protect himself. The daggers come down at him all at once. Wolverton kicks the golden gal off and somersaults out of reach. I'm reading a pulp novel that's also a comic book. Like, I'm eating this up with a spoon, man. This is great. And the coloring, let me find a... We're going to skip ahead a bit. Eventually, we'll get back to the coloring. We start getting some like world building, like what's going on after the action scene. Blah, blah, blah. We get introduced to what looks like the person that's going to be our primary antagonist. One more page. Sorry. Somebody with a portrait. If you don't know who that is from your classical literature, I assure you his name is Dorian Gray. Oh, I'm sold, man. I am sold. We're going to rotate the camera up a little bit. Then I think she's like Wolverton's love interest or something. Oh, there was a page I didn't even see. I didn't even see this. When I flipped back here, these were stuck together the first time. So that's kind of a surprise. I like this. It's a fun little pulpy adventure romp. The coloring, I don't know if you can really tell, but the way it's printed on here, it looks like old school comic book, like the multipass. It's not, obviously it's not 4-color printing, but that's what it looks like onto newsprint. It's really great. I love that. This feels old school, even though it's a brand new book printed on glossy paper. In conclusion, disclosure, there was a buy one, get one free thing, so I went to buy one last week, and I got two. Even so, I was still going to buy one for $4.99 plus shipping. Since I got two for $4.99 plus shipping, even better deal for me. I recommend this. If you like adventure stories, if you like Indiana Jones, if you like old pulp stuff, this is exactly what that is, and it's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. You all have a great day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I apologize for the lighting situation in here. It's not, the best, and that's because it's nighttime outside. I literally just read this, and I was like, I gotta get this out of my system because I loved it so much. You have a great day.